Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Discussions on Constitution amendment becoming complex due to different agendas of political parties. Parties give priority to administrative structure and election system. Hindu deity of rain, Rato Machindranath's 3-month-long chariot pulling festival ends by displaying the Bhoto, a jewel-studded vest in Jawlak Hill, Lalitpur. The President and the Prime Minister in attendance. At least 55 people, including 13 policemen, killed in clashes in Bangladesh as tens of thousands of protesters returned to the streets calling for Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's resignation. And host Nepal suffered defeat against Iran in a competitive 5-setter in the Kava Women's Volleyball Nations League. Maldives crash out of the tournament after losing to Sri Lanka in straight sets. Nepali Congress and CPNUML, while reaching a power-sharing deal, had raised Constitution amendment as the main agenda. However, discussions on the issue has become complex due to different agendas of political parties. Ruling parties Nepali Congress and CPNUML that had made Constitution amendment the main agenda while reaching a power-sharing deal have not started any official discussion on the issue yet. However, party leaders have been expressing their own views on the issue. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli-led CPNUML's main interest is to attain the threshold to become a national party. The parliament's largest party, Nepali Congress, is raising the issue of election system. Nepali Congress is in its stand of scrapping the proportionate election system. Meanwhile, CPN Mao Center is in favor of directly elected president and fully proportionate election system. Smaller parties, including the one in the incumbent government, are of the opinion that Nepali Congress and CPNUML are trying to wipe out their existence. Meanwhile, the Nepal Bar Association met Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and suggested him to scrap the system in which the Chief Justice is in the Constitutional Council, among other suggestions. Meanwhile, problems have arisen as the rights enshrined by the Constitution for provinces have not been implemented. Likewise, laws related to education, civil servants, police, among others, have not been formulated either. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has said the goal of Constitution amendment was to strengthen democracy and make the Constitution more acceptable. Administering newly appointed office bearers of his party, CPNUML, at the party office in Lalitpur today, Premier Oli suggested that Constitution was not something that could not be changed and called those who were against Constitution amendment regressive. He clarified that the partnership between Nepali Congress and CPNUML was not a populist stunt. Prime Minister and CPNUML Chair Oli also called on the office bearers to avoid forming intra-party factions, adding that he would ignore anyone who was attempting to form factions. He also reminded all Central Committee members to operate within the Code of Communism. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, what's your take on parliamentarians asking random questions and ministers not responding to them? 39% voted for A, irresponsible behavior, 9% for B, ignoring guidelines, and 52% for C, good response. And here's today's question. What's your say on Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's comment that the government does not get involved in creating publicity stunts? Your options are A, indication of improvement, B, carry out works then, and C, this is publicity stunt. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Nepali Congress leader Kamal Bahadur Shah has been appointed the Chief Minister of Sudur Paschim Province. Province Governor Nazir Mia appointed Shah as the new Chief Minister of the province. Shah had staked his claim earlier today to lead the province government. The decision was made at today's meeting of Nepali Congress Provincial Party as Shah later presented his claim to Province Governor Nazir Mia with the support of CPNUML and Nagrik Unmukti Party along with his own. Last Friday, Province Governor Mia had called on parties to stake their claim to form government as per Article 168, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution after former Chief Minister Dirga Bahadur Sodari submitted his resignation. Parties were given till 5 p.m. today to stake their claim. Based on the agreement between Nepali Congress and CPN-UML, the former would lead the Sudur Paschim government. Former Minister for Fiscal Infrastructure Prakash Deuba and leaders Bahadur Thapa and Diwan Singh Bishta had shown interest in leading the government. However, the provincial party meeting of Nepali Congress this morning decided on Shah. He has served in the position before for 14 months and had resigned in April after CPN-UML joined hands with CPN Maoist Center at the center. Dirga Bahadur Sodari was appointed to the post after him. CPN-UML and Nagrik Unmukti Party have both yet to decide who they want to send to the new provincial cabinet. Nepali Congress has joined the Karnali province government with 4 ministers from the party taking the oath of office and secrecy from Province Governor Yagya Raj Joshi. Ghanasham Bhandari from Dailek district has been assumed the post of Minister for Social Development. Rajiv Bikram Shah from Jajarkot, the Minister for Finance Affairs and Planning. Suresh Adhikari from Salyan has assumed the post of Minister for Industry, Tourism, Forest and Environment. And Bijaya Buddha from Jumla has assumed the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation Development. The 4 were appointed to ministries that had gone vacant after CPN Maoist Center exited the province government. Earlier, 2 ministers and 1 state minister were appointed from CPN-UML apart from the post of Chief Minister. This includes Chief Minister Yamlal Karnel, Minister for Fiscal Infrastructure Sher Bahadur Bura, Minister for Agriculture Binod Shah and State Minister Gama Ta Bika. Chief Minister Karnel is still overlooking vacant Ministry of Internal Affairs and Law. Ruling partners Nepali Congress and CPN-UML have said they have held discussions regarding the Chief Minister's floor test tomorrow. The 2 parties have agreed to form a task force to restructure the cabinet. The task force, formed by including representatives from 3 major parties to find a consensus regarding the Transitional Justice Bill, is preparing to submit their report tomorrow. Last Thursday, the task force had reached a consensus regarding several long disputed issues. The report will be submitted to Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli tomorrow. The task force had decided to consider intentional and arbitrary killings during the conflict era as serious violation of human rights. Rape and cases of sexual violence have been included in serious crimes. Disqualified Maoist combatants, security officials, and their families who had been affected by the conflict are to be provided with relief. Parties had been conflicted regarding the scale of punishment to those guilty in crimes during the era. They have agreed that victims can demand for at least 25% sentence. In the case any victim does not want to reconcile, they can, as per the agreement, move the court against the perpetrators. On October 7, 2023, as Hamas militants attacked Israel, they took dozens of hostages. This included a Nepali national, Bipin Joshi, whose family has been waiting for him to come home with bated breath.
49 Nepalese students studying in the 8th semester of Sudur Paschim University's Agriculture Science stream went to Israel through the Learn and Earn program. They were divided into 6 groups and sent to different agri-farms in Israel. 17 Nepalese students were in the farm that came under attack by Hamas on October 7. 10 of them lost their lives, and Bipin Joshi has been in their captivity ever since, according to the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF. His situation, however, is still unknown. Despite the lack of proper information about Bipin's condition, his family and the nation have immense hopes for his return.
परराष्ट्र मन्त्रीज्यूले पहिले पनि प्रयास गरेकै हो विपिनको लागि कुनै कसर हामीले बाँकी राखेका छैनौं भन्नुहुन्छ उहाँले भन्न त अब जस्तो भन्नुहुन्छ त्यस्तो प्रतिफल निस्किया छैन.
For the past 10 months, Bipin's family have been making round of various entities to urge them for his return. His sister, Pushpa, misses him so much that she has kept his belongings on her bedside.
हामीलाई धेरै अप्ठ्यारो धेरै गाह्रो नै भइराछ कि यो कुराले अलि यो कुरालाई बढी नै ध्यान दिनु पर्यो सरकारले पनि अनि मिडिया कर्मी सबैले यो कुरालाई अलि बढी ध्यान दिएर दादालाई छिटो भन्दा छिटो त्यहाँबाट यहाँ ल्याउनु पर्यो.
Minister for Foreign Affairs Dr. Arju Rana Dewa had met with Bipin's family and has committed to work for his earliest rescue.
बिपिन जोशी जन उहाँ त हाम्रो मेरो नेक्स्ट डोर एरियाको भाइ हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँको लागि पनि प्रयास भएको छ तर एज यु नो अब हमास भनेको चाहिँ अब इजरायलले नै नसकेर त्यहाँ अझै उ गरिरहेछ तर लेट्स होप ही इज सेफ एन्ड वी क्यान ब्रिङ हिम ब्याक.
There is a call on all stakeholders to ensure Bipin's earliest release so that he can unite with his family who've been waiting with bated breath for 10 months now.
We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Bhoto Jatra, the chariot pulling festival that lasted for 3 months of Hindu god of rain, Samachar, concluded today after exhibiting the Bhoto, a jewel-studded vest at Lalitpur's Jawlakhel this afternoon. Bhoto, a jewel-studded vest of Samachar, the Hindu deity of rain, was shown from the chariot to thousands of people that gathered at Jawlakhel Lalitpur on Sunday afternoon. Head of Guti Sansthan, Vaikunta Acharya, displayed the Bhoto to the general public. It is customary to exhibit the Bhoto at the presence of the head of state. According to legend, the jewel-studded vest was given to a farmer by the serpent king Karkotaka as a reward for curing his wife's eye ailment. The story takes a dramatic turn when the vest was stolen by a ghost, leading to a dispute that was ultimately unresolved. To this day, the vest is displayed at the festival, awaiting someone to come forward with proof of ownership. President Ramchandra Paudel, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, ministers, parliamentarians, high-ranking government officials, and a large number of the general public were present at the Bhoto Jatra festival. The chariot pulling festival of Samachar started from 11th of May this year. The chariot went through Lalitpur's Mangal Bazar, Sundara, Prayag Pokhari, Lagankhel, and reached Jawlakhel last Wednesday. Bhoto Jatra is more than just a religious event. It is a vibrant cultural celebration that embodies the unity and rich traditions of the Kathmandu Valley. The festival brings together people from diverse backgrounds, reflecting the harmonious blend of Hindu and Buddhist practices in the region. The chariot procession, which involves pulling a towering chariot through the streets, is a community effort showcasing the collective spirit of the local people. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked people in several provinces what kind of precautions have they been taking to avoid transmissible diseases like dengue. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
फोहोर मैलाहरू सफा गर्ने घरको छेउछाउको झाडीहरू सफा गर्नु
सफा पानी पिउने सुत्ने बेलामा झुल्लाएर सुत्नु पर्यो त्यसपछि छोटा लुगा लाउनु भएन
झुलहरू लगाउने अनि त्यसपछि घर वरपर सरसफाइ गर्ने
पानीको सरसफाइमा अलि बढी ध्यान दिने गरिन्छ
मासु माछाहरू पकाउँदाखेरि पनि राम्रोसित पकाएर खाने
पानी पनि सफा पिउने
मेरो घरको वरिपरि चाहिँ मैले साफ गरेका छौं
सबै मिलेर एउटा चाहिँ सरसफाइको अभियानमा चलाएर यसलाई चाहिँ निर्मूल पार्न सकिन्छ
पानी उमालेर पिउने ताजा शुद्ध तरकारी फलफुलहरू खाने शुद्ध खाना खाने
झुल लगाउने अलि घरलाई अलिकति सफा राख्ने सर्वप्रथम हामीले सरसफाइ गर्नु पर्यो या कि राति सुत्दाखेरि झुल लगाएर सुत्नु पर्यो
सबभन्दा पहिला हामी खाना पानीको सरसफाइ त्यसपछि सुत्ने बेलामा झुलको प्रयोग
सरसफाइ गर्नुपर्छ पानी जाम्नु दिनु पर्दा हुँदैन
आफूलाई स्वास्थ्य राख्नलाई खाना बासी खानेकुरा नखाने
The number of aspirants in the waiting list for South Korea through the Employment Permit System, EPS, has exceeded 24,000. They have cleared the Korean language tests and other processes and are waiting to go to South Korea for employment. The highest number of aspirants are in the agriculture and livestock sectors with over 9,000. 8,000 of the aspirants have applied for industrial sector, 3,700 for shipbuilding, and 754 for CBT, which the list of returnees from South Korea who want to go back. Due to the large number of aspirants, the Korean government had opened option to those interested to switch to forest and services sectors. However, the number remained low in these options. More than 105,000 youths have gone to South Korea for work through the EPS. 50,000 are still employed in various companies in South Korea. The Nepal government has been urging the South Korean government to provide as many opportunities to all the aspirants in the waiting list. It's now time for the international update. At least 70 people, including 13 policemen, were killed and scores injured in clashes in Bangladesh today as police fired tear gas and lobbed stun grenades to disperse tens of thousands of protesters calling for Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to resign. The Interior Ministry declared an indefinite nationwide curfew starting at 6 p.m. local time this evening, the first time it has taken such a step during the current protests that began last month. The unrest, which has prompted the government to shut down internet services, is its biggest test since deadly protests erupted after Hasina won a fourth straight term in January elections that were boycotted by the main opposition, Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Critics of Hasina, along with human rights groups, have accused her government of using excessive force to stamp out the movement, a charge she and her ministers deny. Demonstrators blocked major highways today as student protesters launched a non-cooperation program to press for the government's resignation, and violence spread nationwide. Police said they had not fired any bullets. However, when some improvised explosives were detonated and the area turned into a battleground. For the second time during the recent protests, the government shut down high-speed internet services, mobile operators said, while social media platforms Facebook and WhatsApp were not available, even via broadband connections. Last month, at least 150 people were killed, thousands injured, and about 10,000 arrested in violence torched off by demonstrations led by student groups protesting against quotas for government jobs. The protests paused after the Supreme Court scrapped most quotas, but students returned to the streets in sporadic protests last week, demanding justice for the families of those killed.
Sports news.
Host Nepal suffered defeat against Iran in a competitive five-setter in the Kava Women's Volleyball Nations League. In the match played at the covered hall in the premises of the National Sports Council in Tripureshwar this evening, Iran won the first set 25-16, while Nepal claimed the second set with an identical score to level the match at one set apiece. Nepal took the lead in the beginning of the third set but fell behind 10-8 at one stage and went on to lose the set 25-23, and Iran took a 2-1 lead. Nepal made a comeback in the fourth set to win it convincingly 25-15 to level the match at 2-all. In the fifth and final set, despite good spiking from Nepal's Saraswati Chaudhary and good defense by Salina Shrestha, Iran won the set 15-13 and registered the win. With the win, Iran have secured 7 points. India also have 7 points, while Nepal have 5 points. Meanwhile, in today's first match of the Kava Women's Volleyball Nations League, Sri Lanka defeated Maldives in straight sets. Following today's loss, Maldives have crashed out of the tournament. In the match played at the covered hall in Tripureshwar, Sri Lanka won the competitive first set 25-22. They dominated the second set to claim it 25-12 to lead 2-0. Sri Lanka won the third set convincingly 25-16 to claim victory. With the win, Sri Lanka have advanced into the semi-finals. With Maldives crashing out of the tournament, Nepal, India and Iran have also reached the last four. Maldives exited from the group stage without registering any wins. India will face Sri Lanka and Nepal are up against Maldives in the last league matches of the tournament tomorrow. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.